Hi guys, I'm Shmi and today I'm visiting Abt to take a look at this very yellow monster sat behind me, the Abt R8 Spyder. Now this particular R8 is in their street configuration. They also offer a race version that we saw at the Geneva Motor Show, but I'm going to take a look around this car, talk about the modifications and changes. We're going to see it, we're going to hear it, and trust me, that exhaust system is phenomenal. And then we're going to go out for a little test drive as well. So let's get started, take a little look around, talk a bit about the car. Now it's based obviously on the new R8 V10 Spyder, so you've got a 5.2 litre naturally aspirated V10 back there, mid-engined, quattro all-wheel drive, 560 horsepower, no modifications made to the engine, but some weight is saved through the use of new carbon fibre front and rear bumpers. So everything you can see around the grille and under the light is newly redesigned. It's made out of carbon fibre to save weight, about 50 kilos overall on the whole car, and you can see it's a little bit more aggressive, larger intakes, and this sort of styling element to it as well. Now in the race configuration you'd also have the extended carbon fibre front lip. It's based around the same front grille that we've seen before. It's got the new Abt forged wheels. We'll come in a little bit on those. This car with the ceramic brakes as well. The race can also have additional carbon fibre parts around the front and rear of the side skirt, and then we come round towards the back where again full new carbon fibre rear bumper, so everything you can see under the lights is new for this car. It's again a little bit more aggression, perhaps slightly the lines don't flow as neatly as they might have done before in this configuration, but it does add more aggression to the car, more sort of wow factor I suppose. And then you get to the exhaust system down below. Quad tailpipes, 2 on each side. It's about 10 kilos lighter than the standard exhaust. You see almost turning a little bit purple inside there. Well, it's quite dark so you probably can't see too much on the camera, but take my word for it, this sounds incredible and you're going to hear it shortly, and I'm going to experience it out on the road as well. So it's the Spyder. Naturally the roof is down, it's a dry day today. Let's have a quick look at the inside. The comfortable, practical interior that we know of the R8, and I experienced quite recently going for a little road trip in one of these in the R8 Spyder. This one with the carbon fibre instrument surround, which is neat, but obviously that display, which really is one of the highlights of the car. But for the moment, let me just press this button here and start this car up. There we go, that sounds good. That V10 really is one of the best sounds. And we've got a sport button here so we can change the exhaust flap from regular to sport. And obviously drive select for the different driving modes. But with it in sport mode, let me just sort of feather this gently. Okay, even that is addictive enough just to start, and that's just a couple of thousand RPM. We haven't taken it out on the road yet. The cracks. This is gonna be good. So the sound is there, spot on. I'm looking forward to seeing that under load when we're out driving. But it's just a neat place. You know, the R8 has this completely nailed down. Everything is practical, convenient, nicely set out, nicely laid. You can press this and bring up your different displays, full screen. I went through a lot more of this when I had the car for the extended period, but that is quite nice for a sort of supercar to have this kind of technology available to you. You've got the 7-speed S-tronic double clutch gearbox. You've got these lovely toggles for the temperature, air conditioning, climate control. This car has the Bang & Olufsen, the carbon fibre trim I've just talked about, which is all very nice and neat as well. And obviously you can put the roof up should you so wish, but I definitely don't. And it has the yellow stitching to match with the exterior. Let me just jump out for a second, because shortly it's going to be time to go for a little drive in this. If you have the race version, you can also have the wing across the back too, and new carbon fibre diffuser as well. But it's cool, but I think it's time to take it for a little drive and see what this car is like out on the roads. Let's jump in and off we go. Welcome then to the Abt R8 Spyder, and I'm not going to talk too much about the car because when I drove it before from the factory in Ingolstadt, I got a pretty good run out, a lot of opportunity to drive the car over a couple of 100 kilometers, so do check out that video for more in general about the R8 Spyder. This one though is going to be about the noise this car makes, and to do so, let's pop it into manual let's start dropping the gears a few. 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Listen to that V10, and away we go. And it's just a cacophony of noise. It sounds so good. Naturally aspirated engines are what it's about if you want engine sound, and then combine it with an exhaust system like this and take the roof down, and it's everything in one. It's just a brilliant place, and I'm sorry if it's a little bit windy in here, but I was not going to drive today without putting that roof down for the full sort of open air experience. For all of this, for all of the sound that this thing makes, it's incredible. It's such a good sound, so nice, and the shifts are so quick. They seamlessly just pop into the next gear. This double clutch gearbox, there's no sort of uncomfort or sort of jerky feel as you shift it. It just moves seamlessly into the next one. So you can drive it in automatic. You can put the gearbox into the sportier mode, so it will choose an earlier selection, or a later, sorry, selection of the gear, and shift down quicker as you press the throttle pedal, like so. It's very good at knowing what you want from that S-Tronic system. And basically, it's just a fun car to drive. Now, obviously, the reputation goes for a little bit of understeer. You don't necessarily feel that, obviously, in normal driving. You've just got the safety and security of all-wheel drive, which also means if you launch it, it gets off the line very fast. Turning into corners like this, though, it just feels good. You can put the power back down early if you want to. Just waft along and enjoy it, because it's just a really nice car to drive, to be honest. Like this, what more can you possibly want? Listen to that! I didn't have it in sport before. The crackles on the overrun! That sound! Ah! It's brilliant! I was missing out on that one. I'm a little bit speechless. The sound is mind-bogglingly good. Yes, very much yes. And do you know what? That's one of the reasons why I bought my R8 back when I had the previous generation Spyder, the first R8 V10 Spyder. It was just because of how good it sounded. I'm in love with this, with the noise. So the car, I think in my previous time round, what I said was, it's almost a little bit too perfect. You know, some things about it are too good, too protective, too defensive, too convenient. But then when you put your foot down, you quickly forget about all of that. It's a little bit muddled in the sense of, is it a practical car, or is it a daily car, sorry, or is it an out-and-out sports car? And then you look in the bonnet and there's barely any luggage space, which completely makes no sense at all. But if we just slow it down for a second, out on a nice open road, and I guess let's press that. Go! We're off the line, we're away. Oh, there we go, that's some more violent shifts. And yeah, it's very fast. So that button on the steering wheel is the performance mode. I keep finding new ways to dial it up and make the drive even more insane. And you don't need to shift up at the red line, because you get such a nice shift wherever you do it. And then, guys, it's just fun, you know? I may not be a 100% fan of the looks. I think maybe some of the lines, like I mentioned earlier, are a little bit broken up. But to drive, it's awesome. Really, the true sort of easy to position. You can feel comfortably where you are. Kind of everyday supercar. Listen to that. It's just silly. It's just giggles from corner to corner. Acceleration is rapid. Shifting is wild. Now there is the V10 Plus Spyder that's just come out, so you can actually have the full 610 horsepower now in that V10 Plus Spyder that used to only be in the Coupe. That would obviously add you a nice 50, and nobody's going to complain about that. But even 560 is quite a big number. It's plentiful for normal driving, but I guess when you're kind of used to supercars, perhaps a little bit more would be nicer. But for now, I'm quite happy, I tell you that. Now, I'm not sure if this car really kind of wants to be driven in normal mode, but let's try it. Let's pop it into comfort here and go automatic on the gearbox. Go gently, although we've still got a lot of wind noise obviously from having the roof up, or rather the roof down. But it's a very sort of transformative car. The characters are very different in nature between driving it gently and driving it aggressively, with how adaptive and variable everything is in terms of the suspension, the steering, the feel, the throttle, the response. But it's just puts a smile on your face, to be honest. Like this, with this exhaust, it's just an enjoyment to drive. It's a sheer delight, and sometimes I think that's what it's all about. And you know what? It's really, really rather awesome. And just while I'm parked here, let's just do a couple of blips with the screen in the full rev counter view, of course, so you can hear this and what it sounds like properly. Oh, yes. It's just amazing. Seriously, that noise is almost reason enough just for this car, just for having the V10 in the R8. But let's hit the button here and bring it to a stop for now. What a drive. I just find it really, really fun and entertaining, and that's kind of what it should be about and what it's like. But let's hop on out again for a moment, because I'm going to head inside and have a little bit of a look around inside the Abt workshop. But this has been an enjoyable car to drive, so do let me know what you think, guys. Do you like the redesign and the new look to the R8 Spyder that comes with the Abt Street setup? Obviously, I'd love to have a look at the race one as well in due course, so watch this space. Maybe we'll be able to shoot something with that as well. But for the moment, let's head inside, take a little look around. And walking in, you start off a little bit back to the old school, but I'm going to whiz straight down to the end of this line because, well, I mean, these are all pretty cool, but that stands out. Audi UR Quattro, just cool. One of the early Abt cars as well, so it's, well, relative to the modern stuff now, just kind of looks clean and neat and tidy and super nice. So if we keep walking through, there's actually a Bentley GT3R back there, but we'll take a look at some of the other R8s that are lurking in here, including the GTS Spyder, based on the previous generation R8. I filmed with that car before, actually, at a number of events and different things. And then if I come through to the other side, walking all the way through here, past lots of the wheels and other sort of components that are available, we have the GTR, again, based on the previous generation. But just come look at the wing on the back of here. I really, really think that's cool as a wing design. It's very neat. And then the colour with the sort of brushed chrome aluminium kind of look on it. And then on the other side, the RS5-R that I've also filmed with before now on another occasion too, with sort of dual tone of that lovely deep red with the carbon style finish as well on the previous gen RS5. So nice, lots of nice cars here as always. But I think on that, actually, I'm going to wrap this one up. It's been awesome fun taking out the R8 Spyder for a test drive. Big thanks to Abt, as always, for hosting me. Hope you've enjoyed the video and a good look at the car. Let me know in the comments below what you think, or what out of these cars in here have stood out to you too. Anyway, wrapping this one up. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll catch up with you again very soon. Cheers.